Holy Mother of Moses!
Howdy.
What up?
We have returned!
Back from the dead.
We have transcended!
We made it.
So, yes, welcome back to a brand new episode of Sidekicks Paranormal. I am one of your hosts, I should say, Willie McGillicuddy. That is MaryLynn, and of course, our newest addition, P. Hill, also known aka Master P, P Funk, P Diddy, P Diddler. No, not
all those. Not all at once.
So, want to thank what's up, Michelle?
Hello.
And yes, that was me on the scooter. We just came back from Virginia City. Very, very quick shout outs because I know Ryan McLeod is on. And Ryan and Tara, along with Shane, they run Soul Sucking, a Circle Paranormal. And we just want to thank them for such an awesome event in Virginia City. Shout out to the Washoe Club. Scott, the owner, was just fantastic the entire time. Danielle, the bartender, she took great care of us. And for those that were there that may know, I had a horrific back problem. So I'm going to fill you in. Ryan just said, did I get that back anatomy? I kind of did. So I wound up coming back. I thought I was getting a little bit better. And then next thing you know, I couldn't get out of my car. And I wound up in the hospital, in ER. And it took Toradol. It took Toradol, dexamethasone, Soma, morphine, and Dilaudid before they could kick me out of the ER. So I went, saw Cairo, got an MRI. I have an annular tear in C3, C4, and a bulged disc with a nerve impingement in C4, C5. And that was what was causing my issues. Not my first rodeo. I wish I could tell you it's the first time that's ever happened to me. It is not. That is actually my 6th annular tear and my 10th bulged disc. This one just was a little higher than what I was used to. So it just got my nerve just right and really effed me over. But I am walking now. I can move. I've got some more therapy to go. But I'm doing so much better. So thank you for all the well wishes. And like Michelle, she was great. Michelle LeBaron, she was awesome to work with. Connie got to be part of our team. Yep. That was so much fun. Connie was just so awesome. So if you haven't friended or liked Connie, please do so. She is celebrity adjacent and one of our most favorite beings in the world. Along with Michelle LeBaron, she runs the Nevada State Prison. Is that right? Or she's part of the thing?
She's a docent there.
Yes. Oh, and Michelle Yearman just came on. She is Hauntlanta. So anybody that's looking to do Hauntlanta, that is in September. Our goal is to be there. We're just waiting for a big event to finish for MaryLynn and I. We have this thing called Gold Rush that I've got to go do. So I'll be gone for most of May. So we may miss a couple of shows in May, but we'll keep checking that out. But yes, so that is so Michelle does the Nevada State, but it's not actually
Nevada State Prison.
Yeah, it is. That is what it's called.
Yes.
So now is the part of the show where we do our drink. MaryLynn, what do you have?
I just have a fireball shot.
She's got a shot of Fireball. That's her
my go-to.
Her libation station. And Phil's got something fancy for us. What do you got?
I do. I have Crown 18-year-old. It's great.
That's the Crown 18 extra rare. Yes. That is a fantastic 150 bottle of whiskey I've got here. This is Captain Morgan Rum Reserve stock. So this would be right up Connie's alley because she loves the rum. So it is customary for those that watch and for those that participate. We do some spirits for the spirits.
Spirits for the spirits.
Hallelujah. Oh, boy.
the singing goodbye.
Woo! MaryLynn,
Yes.
tell us about Virginia City.
What do you want to know?
That
I was
was
gonna
your
say,
first time there, right?
Yeah, it was
question.
actually my first time for investigating there, but I had been there as a kind of shopping tourist.
You know what? Don't get sassy, okay?
Hey, you're rubbing off on me, so. But yeah, I for the first time for paranormal investigations doing that, fantastic location, and just meeting everybody and walking around and just having fun and just getting to feel the energies there. And I think we went to the crystal shop. How many times, Phil? Way too many times.
I have no idea.
But yeah, definitely a lot of fun, and recommend if you have not gone, or even if you have gone, go again. We're actually going to be going back in July as well.
At least 7, I think.
At least 7. Yep.
Yeah, it was. You guys went a lot. So, Phil, what was your big takeaway?
Oh man, just the history. Wow. I had an opportunity to speak with somebody at the visitor center, Liza. She dressed up for me.
Not Manelli.
She dressed up. She looked great. She was well informed. She had great input. The history. I mean, the history is amazing in Virginia City.
I think we actually have film footage of you saying, "Nice juggeth, m'lady."
Pretty much. Yeah. So I filmed the interview. So I'm in the process of putting that together.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I saw her, he would go.
I think in his mind he did.
Oh, but not
Not
really.
physically, but in his mind, yes.
Okay, so we stayed. Let's start with where we actually stayed. So we stayed in Gold Hill, which is kind of like a weird suburb of Virginia City.
Right down the hill.
Just down the hill a little bit,
Like,
right?
seriously, 3 minutes.
Yep.
At the Gold Hill Hotel, I think is what it's called, actually. And we stayed in the miner's cabin, which is directly across from the old entrance to the Yellow Jacket mine.
Yes, it is.
Which we found appropriately named because the whole damn place was surrounded
by Yellow Jackets.
Yep.
Like, get another color of
Hundreds,
a jacket. You know what I mean?
Just like 4.
Like right. It was pretty crazy, right? There was a lot.
It was weird. But
now
we immediately we get it. Yellow Jacket copy.
Yep.
First impressions, Phil, when you walked in. First impressions when you walked into the miner's cabin.
Man, I hope the showers are warm.
It was cold. It was legit cold. It actually snowed on us in Virginia City.
It did, actually, yeah. Actually, it did.
Which means everywhere that we've gone, every location we have gone to film, it has had some type of precipitation.
Yep.
Every single location. Very interesting. So, yours was you hope the showers were warm.
Nah, I just thought it'd be funny. So like, first impression was, that came to mind was, what's going on here? What happened here? How old is it? Because I actually didn't look Miner's Cabin up because for whatever reason, we didn't discuss it. So I had no knowledge of Miner's Cabin or Yellow Jacket Mine at all.
So basically your one job, you just were like, no, I'm not going to.
So Phil is our historian who didn't do,
He didn't do it.
Well, like I said, we didn't talk about it. That would have been nice to know.
I told you we were staying at the Gold Hill.
Once I looked up what actually happened and occurred at Miner's Cabin and Yellow Jacket Mine, it made the stay a little more, I guess, surreal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it made it real serious.
Terry, Kara, speaking from our perspective, all watchers right now, thanks for tuning in. MaryLynn, when you walked into the Miner's Cabin, lay it on me.
Definitely active immediately. It was, you can just feel the energy that was around there. And I already knew that there had been some deaths. I didn't know how many and what exactly had happened, but I also didn't realize that the mine was literally right there. So
Right
it's
there.
something, yeah, probably what, 20, 30 steps, if even that, from the entrance of the mine, because they would come up out of the mine shaft and go into the cabin and cool off, take showers and all that. But yeah, definitely very heavy and lots of activity. So very first night I got my hair pulled, someone tapping on the window, and then even someone pulling the blanket down from me.
Trying to see your goodie bits. And it may have been Phil. We don't know for sure. So for me, my first impression when I walked in was the poopers strangely had no doors. That was weird to me. Okay. I was like, why are there two poopers and they're back to back? And then there were two showers.
Well, there were doors, but it was just the way it was laid out. You had to climb up to get into each one of them and go through it to get to the rooms.
It was like mountainous.
Yeah.
It was like the Swiss Alps, just going from one side to the other. In fact, where Phil and I slept, the gradient was like this.
Yeah, the funhouse effect was definitely in effect.
It felt like France. Okay, and much to my chagrin, I had bent over in the bathroom.
Hold on, have you been billed for this yet?
I have not, so hopefully they're not watching.
I fixed it.
Hey, don't be a weirdo.
Phil and I fixed it, so you're good.
That's true. I had bent over. I don't even know what I was doing, and I hit with my ass the sink. I hit the sink in one of the bathrooms so hard that it detached from the wall. And I was like, I cannot believe the very first thing I touch, I have legitimately broken in the miner's cabin. However,
nobody important's watching this. They're not
going to however, they were able to fix, aka cover it up. Okay. Because I'm going to be honest, it looks like it had been booty bumped before.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Right?
Your booty is not the first that bumped.
No. Now, we did CCTV footage while we were there. We haven't processed it yet, but hopefully we'll have something good to show you guys in the coming weeks.
The censored version.
Right. Yeah. No goodie bits.
Yeah, because Bill, I don't think I told you whenever we turned the TV and stuff off.
We didn't actually.
The cameras were still rolling.
All right.
Yep. Which that's not that bad. You just would have caught Phil and I with the boxes over our heads singing "I Saw the Sign" by Ace of Base. I did the low parts. He did the high parts. So, it was good times though. So that was good times.
Miner's Cabin was a lot of fun.
Yep.
So now let's talk. So one of the things that we also did there is we filmed an episode of Para with the Normal, which we can now come out and say is our brand new show that we are currently working on, both MaryLynn and I, and Phil has now come in as a cameraman and historian for us to help kind of fill in some gaps for me because I don't know shit. We will at the end of the show because we waited until the Washoe-Con with Soul Circle Paranormal to do our big reveal for our new teaser trailer. So we will play that teaser trailer at the end of the show. And hopefully everybody loves it. Or if you hate it, go fuck yourself. It's fine. Charity, what's up? So we were able to film at the Washoe-Con. At the Washoe-Con. At the Washoe Club. Now, MaryLynn, your experience is going to differ greatly from mine and even Phil.
Yes.
Because you have to look at things, you're looking at things from a medium perspective. Yep. Pretty much always. There's no way to not, right? I assume.
Yep.
So the for those that don't know about the Washoe Club, really quickly in very concise and matter of fact way, Phil, explain the history of the Washoe Club and how long it was actually in business. Joshua, what's up, everybody?
Hey, Josh.
Well, it's not that easy. There's been a number of fires that took place during the time Washoe Club existed, and Virginia City for that matter.
Yep.
So the Washoe Club that stands today isn't the original because it burned down, and it also blew up. However,
right, there's the whole blow up thing. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But how long was it in service?
So the Washoe Club actually
Washoe Club,
1875, and then it pretty much was done by 1897.
Right, so by 1897, but it continued because it became apartments. So I mean, its history goes into what, like 1980?
Then it became, I think, some boarding house, and then they kind of got in trouble for that. They, so, but yeah, there was some apartments and whatnot. It did continue on for a little bit.
What up, Ryan?
But as far as what it really was, what it truly was, that was done. That was over before the 1900s.
So there's a pretty good storied history there, right? When you walked in,
there's a lot of stories in Virginia City.
When you walked in, MaryLynn, what was your, I guess, what was the feeling? Because I don't want to say impression, because that I don't want people to think that it was, like mean or evil or anything. That's not what I mean by impression. By feeling, I mean, when you walk in, did you get a sense of its history, basically?
I did. And because whenever I walked in, it was just the feeling it was partying and just a lot of energies coming and going. But there was a lot of deaths and stuff like that in the area. And that's the one thing is, like, I was not aware of crypt. So that's where we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Right.
Where I felt all the death, and I was trying to figure out where is all of that coming from. So we'll explain that in a little bit, but definitely very active.
Yes. And while they're in here, well, at least while the creepote, while they're in here, Josh Purvis is in the chat right now. So if anybody wants to say hello to him, he is also one of those semi-famous people. He's not quite TV Shane Pittman, but so close.
Yeah, he's one of our producers.
Yes. And let's be honest, he's really the man with the technical plan.
Yeah.
Josh knows probably more about patuters than I will ever. It's just not, for some reason, computers are not something that I can wrap my head around. But for Josh, he just understands that. He understands the paranormal equipment, which is incredible. And he is one of our producers and directors. And he does a fantastic job. Our other director, he's kind of an asshole. I'm not going to name his name, Shane Pittman, but famously tired. So that is the other thing I think that I'm going to talk about that actually a little bit here, this famously tired. So Phil, this was your first time going on location on set. So MaryLynn and I, we've already done this like 3 or 4 times, right? And MaryLynn can attest to this. You get fucking tired.
Yeah, I've done Navy, I've done police work. I've been tired. I can explain to you what tired feels like.
Yeah.
This is absolutely some of the most power draining stuff you can get your hands on. Actually, while we were eating,
James, what's up?
Josh, I looked at Josh and I was like,
brother from another mother.
How do you guys do this? I'm like toast, bro. Like,
yeah, it's true.
And
Quick side note: James Allen Downs is one of the few people that's on this chat that have actually banged my mom. So that's great. So now that we've got that out of the way, yes, very tiring. And I am MaryLynn is a psychic. That alone is energy draining, right?
Yep.
There's a high energy person, right?
I was real close.
And then there is me. Which is
the chart energies.
Right. I mean, I typically am through the charts. Okay. And it is hard, even for yours truly. Okay. It is hard to go that long and maintain that energy.
Yep.
Right. It's not easy. Right. And I mean, especially once we got into the investigations, by that point, my back had gone, and, but the show must go on, right? So it's tough. We were really tired. It was really tiring. And what's crazy is it's not like we went when we filmed. It's not like we went till 3 or 4 in the morning. We only went to
not even close.
Maybe 12, 1 o'clock.
Not even that, I don't think.
It was about midnight. But we also didn't go to bed immediately. We stayed up talking till 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's true. And Tara just came on. So while she's on here, before she leaves, I would just love to say thank you. My back is doing worlds better. I have a tear and a bulge, but we're working it out. And the bulge is not in my pants, if anybody else. It is C4, C5. But yes, Tara, the show was amazing. That was MaryLynn's first Soul Circle show. Same thing with Phil's, and they got a great taste. And one of the things that we definitely want to put out there is we've been to several of these, and none go as smoothly as your.
So hands down, like for me, this was the best one.
I mean, just incredible.
Yeah.
You just got it down to a science.
Yeah.
And then Joshua says, filming and lugging equipment around for 2 days, then going to a convention when you have to be the best version of yourself, it's exhausting. It's also part of paranormal investigating, which is true. And Tara just said you need an altitude adjustment. Let's show that. There you go. Which is very true. The altitude is much higher there. And that alone can actually take a toll on you, especially if you're not used to it. Mm-hmm. So we do the Washoe Club, we film, we have some pretty intense experiences in the everywhere, including most specifically the crypt. Yep.
Which turned out we got there, though, for the record, Shane Pittman did throw me down the stairs.
He did try to. He did. So a couple of times, in fact.
She got a new tiger suit out of the deal.
That's true. I left my tiger suit there. I never got a chance to wear it because I couldn't find it. It turns out Tara was hiding it from me the entire time so she could claim it for herself.
Nice.
Yeah, which is fine. No big deal. And then Joshua said everyone had a really great time.
Oh, and they did. Meeting new people was great.
It really was a lot of fun.
Friends was great.
And I will say this: after hurting my back, I left it under the searcher's table. The one place I didn't look.
Yeah.
I will say this. So when I hurt my back, I kind of made a little bit of a post. The only people to actually check in to see, hey, are you all right? How are you feeling? Were the people that I've met from the paranormal cons, which was so awesome. Yes. So it really made me feel appreciated by the paranormal community. I know I'm just a comedian, really, but it's one of those things where I'm trying to, I'm really trying to combine two different demographics and say, hey, you can do this successfully, and it doesn't have to be spoofy. It doesn't have to be mean. You can be respectful and still be funny, which I hope I convey, right? When I do these things. That's and yes, Joshua said, I love the response from the trailers and such. Both the Searchers have released a brand new trailer, and some of that stuff I was privileged enough to actually get to help them film, which was incredible to get to see, the way that they go about business, which was just awesome. So they got to announce their new trailer. Also, we announced our new trailer, which had great reviews, both, and was also the first of Beacon TV, which is going to be a platform kind of similar to Netflix, only it will focus mainly on the paranormal reality shows, horror, true crime, and any type of paranormal science fiction, which is awesome. We're very excited about that announcement. I believe that the website is up. And Joshua said, your comment about how you hope that smiling happens in the afterlife really resonated with me. And it's the God's honest truth. I feel like there's no reason. I mean, here's the thing, right? And I think we talked a little bit about this on Tex's show. And anybody that doesn't know Tex, will be at the Alabama-Con. He's a big thing. It's a Alabama Bigfoot conference. He's really big on Bigfoot. But we talked briefly about the afterlife with Danielle Diva. And I really feel like if there's ever a chance for you to be the best version of yourself, it would be in the afterlife, right? Or at least a continuation of a version of yourself, right? Would be in the afterlife. So if you're happy, I know I can't talk about all the secrets. My bad. You never heard it from me, folks. They will wear anything to stay warm. True. We've seen him wear some weird shit. I'm pretty sure he put condoms on his fingers. For those people that don't know,
is that what he had under his gloves in the?
Yes. Yeah.
I just laughed at the comment about Shane being in the tiger suit. I just can't get that out of my head. We actually should have bribed him.
Don't worry, Josh. All 6 people listening won't tell. I promise. It did snow, which was very cool.
That was crazy. Yeah, snowed out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I got lost with condom fingers. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, afterlife. So I mean, I would think that if you liked to laugh and you like to be happy in life, I mean, I just don't understand why you wouldn't be that way to when it all comes down, right? I mean, sure, I think there's going to be. I think it's tough because I think depending on the path that leads to your death, you know what I mean? Like if it's something very traumatic, you can kind of get stuck in a circuit, right? And I think that's kind of described in some people's version of hell, like where you relive your death over and over again as a form of hell. But maybe it's not even just a form of hell. Maybe it's just you not being able to come to grips. So you're mentally, spiritually stuck reliving it because you just can't believe it. And so you keep trying to change it. The problem is you can't, right? So I think I can see that as, okay, well, maybe a joke's not for you, right? But I would think a lot of them, maybe they're here and, if you've been asked the same questions over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, come on, Washoe Club's been terrible, tell you, that they've probably investigated 50, 60 times. There's probably been hundreds, yep. 200, 300.
They do the tours.
Because they do the tours that people have gone through there.
How many times Michelle, Ghost Magnet
has been through that.
She's done it. She said like 60, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can only ask somebody who's here, how have you died? What's your favorite color? You can only ask that so many times before they probably are like, I would just kill me if I weren't already dead. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes you could use a great change of pace. And I think from the entertainment industry, you can also use that change of pace, and comedy, I think, is a great avenue.
I think so too.
Right. So we also investigated a couple of other places. Mike is an investigator, decades in the making. Thank you very much, Josh. You know, I'm trying. If you had to pick snow or spaghetti factory, I would pick spaghetti factory. I'm all about the food. So where else did we go, MaryLynn?
Where didn't we go?
That's a better question.
That's because I mean we went everywhere.
Woo! Stuff is strong.
Looked like it. Yeah, because we were all over and just.
Well, where did we investigate? Knights of Pythias, right?
The Knights of Pythias.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Do I?
Yeah.
Well, for me, it's the psychic side of it is, you know, because I could feel the portal and stuff like that. So Josh actually came over and was standing in the portal, and so did Phil. So where that energy was, and Josh even got to the point of where his back was hurting. So I helped do Reiki on him to help to clear that up.
Oh, I see. His back hurts, and you go right to him.
Hey, I tried with you.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, definitely a lot of activity there. And
we'll talk about the portal. Talk about the portal. So you walk in, and I don't think people understand just how freaky the Knights of Pythias really truly is, because it's so unassuming from the outside.
Yep.
I don't know if freaky's the right word though, because it's not freaky though. It's just
different.
Different.
And you just have a whole different feel in there when you go in, and to me, it's not really heavy, but just a lot of activity that's gone on in there. And for me, it was just, I was drawn to every time just looking at that portal, but just, it was opened up by somebody that was performing some rituals in there. And I think we got a lot of answers using your dowsing rods.
We did have a lot of fun with the dowsing rods. That's true.
You did. I swear there's a parking brake on them for me. I don't know what's going on. But.
So you mentioned a portal.
Yes.
MaryLynn, so describe to the one listener that probably has no idea what that is.
Okay, so a portal is the entrance and exit into the other realm. So that's to where the spirits can come through. There's many different realms, and that's where you have the different energies, different spirits, different even demons. You have all kinds of stuff that can come through different portals. And that one was created to bring somebody through to be able to perform some stuff that should not be happening. And he's kind of stuck there. And so for me, the portal is just kind of a swirling energy, and I can feel almost like static energy. And it's just almost a glow for me too, because I could see just a little bit of a light.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Australia's Capture Paranormal says hi from Sydney.
That's awesome. Thanks for
I've never been to Australia, but I would love to. Good day, mate. Karen Huntley, I assume you know Karen Huntley at this point. She's fantastic. We love her to death. And then Josh says Portal like the one video game. That video game was so infuriating to me, okay? And yes, Michelle Coley said it the best. It was awful. So Australia's Capture Paranormal, please feel free to follow them. They're awesome. That's awesome. I'll follow you for sure. But you're right. Like, I felt like the energy there was so, because this is my second time at the Knights of and the energy is so unique and so weird. For 2 months in August, come on down. We'll get you a shot. Some spirits for the spirits. Okay. Yep. That's how we roll in Vegas. I'm in Vegas. She's in Texas. He's also, I'm in Boulder City, which is part of Vegas. He's also in Vegas. However,
I met everybody in Vegas though. So.
In August, we will be at the Michigan Paracon, which I found out that Tara and Ryan who are from Soul Circle Paranormal, follow them, are involved with, which is super awesome. I'm very excited because everything they do is just they're absolute pros. Absolute pros. We should come to a visit. We should actually come to a visit.
Yep.
We really should come to a visit. I don't know why I just put that back up.
We'll drive right over.
Right, just gonna drive right over.
He wants to go to Australia.
I would love to.
Okay.
I probably have some actual brothers, half brothers, or sisters there. My dad banged his way through Australia and the Philippines during the Vietnam War, so there's probably like 90 of me somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah. You'll be in Texas last April.
We were in Texas
last
so
April.
I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Oh man. And Crystal, yes, I wish you could go to Michigan too. Why can't? Are you going to be in Gettysburg? We're going to be in Gettysburg. We're going to be in Atlanta. We're going to be in Alabama.
Yep.
We're going to be in Virginia City in July again for Karen Huntley's history thing. And we're also going to also in July is Gettysburg. That's right.
Yep, we have two events in July.
So August. So August.
You want me to play the event schedule so people can see it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
In the interim, while she shows that, Phil, this was your first time being a cameraman for anything, but also specifically for the paranormal. Watching paranormal shows, because you're a lover of paranormal shows.
Absolute lover of almost
How do you think?
every paranormal show.
How do you think Para with the Normal is going to be different? How do you think it's going to do to audiences?
Without giving away too much.
Yeah.
In short, if you want to have a good time and still see some ghost stuff, this is it. This really is it. This is a good show.
So do you feel as a cameraman, do you feel like it was authentic?
It was authentic because I filmed it.
Right. So I think a lot of these shows are very heavily, like, people don't realize a lot of these shows.
Are you asking me if it was a production-based show?
What? I mean, do you feel like it was like heavily scripted?
No, there was no, nobody handed me a script and said Mike was going to do this and MaryLynn was going to do this. Josh and I were doing cameras, and whatever happened. And when we left, and did our singles part. Josh stayed with MaryLynn and I followed you.
Yeah.
In what you and I expect or experienced, and I don't have any problem admitting I went into the crypt a lot of times, but when we were filming, I had a very hard time breathing, and I've not really expected that before, and I almost got tapped out, honestly, by Shane, because he could see that I was having some issues breathing, but to me, it was more important. Let's get the shot. I don't want to mess nothing up. This is my first time. Just deal.
So that's the beautiful thing with Pair with the Normal is it's all raw.
It is. There really is no script. There is no, well, we should do it one more time. It didn't happen the way we wanted to. Whatever is recorded, that's what took place. Yeah,
and that was kind of my goal when I set out with this whole thing with MaryLynn, of course. Was, hey, let's do something. I just wanted to do something different. Yeah. That was
very different from anything I've encountered in the paranormal world.
So let's talk about the outtakes. MaryLynn is notorious for filming these outtakes because she gets so into the producers and directors' reactions to the outtakes. This is your first time experiencing me, and you've been my friend for a while. And I use the term friend loosely because I'm a very difficult person. But the sad part is I'm 40. I am 41 years old. I am 41 years old, and it shames me to say that Phil is my best friend. But it's true. Okay, it's true. It's the God's honest truth. So, but this is your first time having to film with me. So how hard was it to keep yourself from, ruining a scene?
Listen, this is like the worst possible question you could ask. We've done Two Clueless Dudes.
For a couple years.
I never knew what to expect then. I don't know what to expect when we order lunch. I don't know what to expect when we're driving down the road. I don't know what to expect with anything with you. So, legitimately, every day is a brand new day. There's no Groundhog Day here.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's full of energy and excitement.
Did you think you were going to
it's
ruin
a good
a
time?
scene?
You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say.
Were you worried that you were going to ruin a scene at any time?
Absolutely, because you laugh. I can't help it. Shane ruined scenes. I ruined scenes. Everybody ruined scenes because it's funny.
TV Shane Pittman probably ruins more scenes than any other person.
And I have that on film of him doing a face plant on the bed because he's laughing so hard.
Yes, and Josh being number 2. And Josh just came out and said there's significant challenges to creating a paranormal show that includes comedy because none of us want to give the impression of Paranormal Activity being a joke because we all know it isn't, which is absolutely the truth.
Can I take this one?
Absolutely.
So when you and I had this conversation way back when, I was so petrified that wherever you were going to take us was going to be nothing but a joke.
Right.
And what I've come to find out only by holding the camera is that it's nothing at all like that. Yeah. What I experience behind the camera is Mike having a good time when we investigate and we do the, whatever we're doing with the spirits or the entities or whatever we're doing. That's all sincere. That's all real. That's all raw stuff. There's no second takes to that stuff. That's real. Yeah. The comedy stuff is the fun stuff. And then you get to experience the real rawness of the investigation.
And a lot of the comedy is, introspect, right? I think we talk a lot about that, MaryLynn and I, and because, even concerns come up. Hey, is your mediumship, being taken seriously? And, or is Mike, going to make fun of, the fact that you are a psychic in some form or fashion? And that's absolutely not the case. Because I truly respect what it is that MaryLynn does, because let's be real, Phil, you and we can't do that. Right? I mean, we can't.
No.
And I know I don't believe, I know that MaryLynn is the real deal, right? And there's a big difference between knowing and believing, okay? And for those that don't understand the difference, I'm going to explain it to you right now. You believe there's a God, right? Because you do not know that there is, right? You can't know, right? You know you were born. That for a fact, okay? I know for a fact that MaryLynn is a real deal because I've seen it, right? So there's no way, you cannot make fun of something that is so real. And there are several psychics at this point that I've met, or mediums. I don't think they prefer the term psychics. They prefer the term mediums.
Either way.
Which is really weird because most of them are small, but that's fine. But I've met several at this point that I can say have literally made me almost shit my pants with what they know. And Diane Prince, hello, how are you? Diane Prince makes the world's best Jello shots for the Paracons. Okay, yes. If you have not tried it, the cherry, fantastic. The Micachino she made just for yours truly, literally was heaven in a cup. Okay. So thank you so much. Yes. And Australia's Capture Paranormal said we can't take ourselves or life too seriously. So you got to have laughs. Absolutely. Well, it's not even just that you have to have laughs. You have to understand that there is an actual emotional tone to happiness, right? That's really important. And then Joshua Purvis, he had said, let's be honest, commentary is a place where we all forget anything and just laugh. It's true. And that's the best part. Our show is if you've liked The Office, you will love our show. That's all I can say. And then what else?
Well, and then that is one of the things when we're doing the filming for the investigation part of it, I have no clue what he's going to be doing. So I don't know what costume he's going to be wearing. So I have to go off of what he's doing to respond to him.
My favorite part of the trailer is when I trip and you say, Mike, you have to look out. And I go, what happened? And you look at me like very sincerely go, you just fell, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like you can see it on your face. You're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And to me, that's more of a personal joke, because I do a lot of those. Like if you don't laugh, I'm laughing on the inside. But that was fantastic, because so she really does not know what's going to happen at any given time. And yes, laughter can definitely help alleviate the heaviness of the energy and reset that energy exchange.
So do you want to go ahead and play the trailer?
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and play the trailer for everyone? I think that's a great idea. And yeah, Mike is mostly making fun of Mike, and Tara knows me at this point. She's gotten to know me pretty well, so she can definitely verify that I am definitely not a jerk. Even when I'm drunk, I am not a jerk.
She may not agree to that.
Well, that's true, but I do my best to be less jerky than most. How about that?
So Josh just said the camera guys don't either. That's in reference to not knowing what Mike is going to be doing, so they have to be on their toes, because he could at a moment's notice just take off running. So they have to be prepared to go after him. They have no idea. Nobody knows what's happening. So
that's actually what took place. I like to blame Shane and say that he pushed me down the steps. I'm hoping for notoriety one day or a lawsuit. But you did something really crazy and just took off. And I didn't know what to do, because my screen that I'm looking at is like yay big.
Right.
And that's all I have to go on.
Especially because it's dark.
And it's dark, yeah.
Well, I was hoping that it's dark, pitch black. And I thought I was on the landing, and I legit missed like 2 steps. It happens, I guess.
You did, but that's good. You were in the zone.
Somewheres.
You were in the zone. Let's see. I had to shop for your Washoe Club T-shirt for you, Mike. So I know you would be about a small as opposed to a medium. That is very true. Honestly, like if the Washoe Club made shirts from Baby Gap, that would be the absolute best for me. Diana, you're welcome. Phil and MaryLynn, you'll need to make your request for the ComCon. Love you guys. That'll be in October in Virginia City, and I guarantee you we will be there, even if I am in a mobilized scooter to protect myself from the craziness that is Virginia City.
Some people don't know.
Enjoy your football match. Thank you, guys.
All right, so let me play the trailer really quick.
Yep, go ahead.
I can be your hero, baby.
Damn it, Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike, and death sucks. I've had a couple of deaths in my family recently, and I want to know, what comes after this? Is there life after death? So I'm teaming up with MaryLynn, a psychic / paranormal investigator. And together, we're going to check out some really awesome haunted locations. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find some of the answers that I'm looking for.
Mike really has a hard time paying attention. His mind is all over the place. Watch your step. Mike, you need to be careful. You need to know what's going on around you, because you're going to hurt yourself.
What happened?
You just fell.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to have my hands full. Hey, what are you doing?
What?
Didn't we talk about that last night?
Yeah, I'm not as big on friends as you are. I told you I'm more of an office guy.
You're not supposed to be eating on investigations. Do that either before we come
Okay,
in.
well, hold on now. That was really more of a nibble.
Is he seriously eating right now?
How did you expect me not to eat? Do you know how hungry you get doing these investigations? Sometimes you just gotta snack. A man has to snack.
Mike. Could you not eat during the
And none of that was scripted.
So if like legit, if anybody knows Mike,
Frank, what's up,
really,
buddy?
really do, like he really does snack like that. When we went to Virginia City, dude got snacks the first time we had an opportunity to go to the store. Snacks. We went back to the store. More snacks. I mean, this is not fake either. Like the dude eats snacks.
He has to eat every 2 hours at least.
For real.
Yeah.
And you know, I may not eat a lot, but I just need to eat something.
Yep.
And fact, Tara says facts. And it's true, Mike, I did actually miss an entire flight of stairs at the Washoe Club. But to see that, you'll have to watch our show.
That was so funny.
Thank you, Josh. And again, for those that are just tuning in, I hurt my back, but I am doing much better now. I tore a disc and I bulged a disc and that impinged on a nerve, which was causing me to kind of go to the side. And this is the dumbest thing, but I am so happy that I can now wipe my ass with my right hand. Okay. I literally could not do that anymore. That was how I knew something was seriously wrong. I literally could not use my right hand to wipe my own tushy anymore. I can
The
now.
problem with that is you don't normally like use your left hand, so that probably poses problems as well.
Yeah. Fortunately for me, I have experience with that because when I was 7, I got hit by a dog and I broke my collarbone. Okay. So I had to use my left hand for everything for like 2 months. Okay. So I can eat, I can cut, I can write, I can even wipe my tush with my left hand if needed. Though I do not prefer it, I am a right hand man. Okay.
That's definitely an X-Men trait.
That's true. And I do need a lot of energy. And you knew something was seriously wrong with me way before that, which is true. There's always something. There's still something seriously wrong with me.
But that makes it who you are.
Exactly. If you're going to do these things a long time, you got to stay healthy. Yes, I wish I could tell you that that was a one-off and that's the first time that's happened. Unfortunately, that is my 6th annular tear and my 10th bulged disc. I have a spine condition, unfortunately. So that is just part and parcel of who I am and what I have to go through pretty much on a daily basis.
Well, and what gets me is even though you're in pain, you still try to make everybody laugh and you just continue pushing through the pain when you shouldn't.
Right.
But it's just who you are. And like you said, it's a job and you're going to get it done. And for you to just make everybody happy, that's just who you are.
And a big thing for me, thank you. And a big thing for me is when I do these Paracons, I like Tara, for example, I want her to want to have me and you and Phil there, you know, and to do that, I need to show that, you know, we can contribute, that I'm not in the way, that I'm not a problem. I'm not creating a problem, that people come because they genuinely are like, oh man, I'd love to be a part of Mike's group. You know, I'd love to investigate with that crazy guy. You know, that could be a lot of fun. Frank has done it with me. Frank, we had a great time. The first time we were in Virginia City, we had a wonderful time in the fire station and whatnot. Connie got to do it with us. I don't think she's on right now, but Connie got to. So, you know, so that's kind of our goal with Pair with the Normal is to say, hey, you know, we're out here and yeah, we're funny, but we're also a lot of fun. And yes, I know I definitely need to pace myself. It's hard. It's hard to pace yourself sometimes, especially when your pace is 1,000 miles a minute. I think I had this conversation with MaryLynn. We talked about just my mind in general. and why sometimes you might talk to me and I might go, huh, what? And it's not that I didn't hear you. It's just that I had your conversation with me several times and with different answers each time to kind of decide what you would say. And I get lost in what your answer was. And then I forget what you actually said. So my mind is just always constantly going.
It was going a mile a minute.
Always. But yes, I'm working on that. So back to Virginia City. You guys went to a couple of crystal shops.
Yes.
What did you get, Phil?
Oh, damn. I'm not for sure what I didn't get.
It's true. I think you actually bought a whale penis at one point, a petrified whale penis.
It's true. A purple one.
A purple amethyst.
Yeah, I came away with a couple of crystal skulls. I came away with some, geez Louise.
A couple rings.
Yeah.
A couple rings, yeah.
We all got matchy rings.
We did.
I
The
already
mood rings. Did you lose yours?
I legitimately have lost mine. Yeah, it happened after I hurt my back in the ER.
We'll get you another one. Mine's in
Well,
my.
I've got a bunch coming, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
And yes, there's always more stairs than you think, especially when it comes to Virginia City. Yes. And staying hydrated was very important. Danielle, the bartender, she legitimately kept me going.
Yes.
Thanks to all of her shots, which was awesome. But yeah,
Hydrated means water, not necessarily shots.
what did you get, MaryLynn?
So I ended up getting a really nice pendant. I got my ring and then also another ring. Can't remember what the stone is, but then I got a really cool wolf head.
Look at that. That's dope. Wow.
And it's lapis lazuli.
And lapis lazuli, for those that do not know, was heavily coveted by the Egyptians.
Yep. And this is to help with communication.
Well, there you go. Something that she needs a lot of help with because this bitch is silent. Okay.
I have no idea how to talk.
Yes.
I sit and observe a lot.
Louise and Cody, all amazing behind the bar. And
Absolutely are.
I cannot remember her name, but the tour guide.
With dark hair. I
yeah,
can't remember.
She's so wonderful. I
Yeah.
absolutely love her energy. And the doctor, the doctor. We'll just leave it at the Indian doctor. He was hilarious.
Your friend Kimmy is her name.
Kimmy, yes, Kimmy, yes. Awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. And the views in Virginia City. So for those of you who have not been to Virginia City, the best way I could describe it would be it's almost Colorado-esque, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like very mountainous, only like there's just nothing. There's nothing out there. So there's no airplane noise. There's no light pollution.
Nope.
Ben. His name is
It's
Ben.
on the side of a hill and, the side of a mountain. And then when you're going up through it, just beautiful views. And that's where Josh is saying, can we talk about those views? It's just amazing. Just looking out over, you can see the mountains, see just the snow caps and just beautiful.
And you're just 20 minutes away from the world's cleanest Walmart.
That is
Carson
true.
City does have a really nice Walmart.
It's true.
See, there you go, snacking already.
Yep. Got my snack. So, during the investigation, we went to Knights of Pythias,
Yes.
Washoe Club, and those are the only
Levels
two
2 and 3.
locations, and floors 2 and 3.
Yep.
During the investigation, did you, either one of you, what would you say was your favorite location that you investigated?
For me, Knights of Pythias.
Yeah.
Just the interaction there. But I really did like the second floor of the Washoe Club too.
I agree. The second floor was fantastic. What about you, Phil?
Knights of Pythias, hands down. There was way more activity. there was way more communication. There was way more. People brought their equipment. They had SLSs from Horn, which was very cool, very good guys. They liked that. And a lot of smiles because of that. The SLS giveaways.
Oh yeah, let's
people
talk
had
about
their
that.
SLSs. People had some rim pods. People had some cat balls. A lot of people had recorders.
A lot of cool equipment out there.
A lot of equipment at Nights of Pythias, and one of the nights I actually got to film the locations. I guess starting second floor,
See you, Diane.
Washoe, and Nights of Pythias before I ran out of battery.
Yep.
But I'm fairly confident somewhere in there, there's an orb in Nights of Pythias. Now, I've seen some people's video, so I'm a little concerned because I saw a couple of what look like bugs. I'm hoping that I'm better than that. We'll see what happens.
We shall see. Yeah, so Diane Prince loved the raffle prize, which is awesome. She won our raffle, which is
She
great.
won the raffle. Congratulations again.
And then also a big shout out to Horn Paranormal. They were super awesome and gave away 25 SLS cameras to the first 25 ticket holders. And they were super excited. They had a great time with those SLS cameras. And Tara here said not yet announced insider tidbit for ComCon 7 in October. We will have Washoe, Knights of Pythias, the Episcopal Church, and the McKay Mansion, and more.
That's what's up.
So that is going to be in October. Go visit the soulcircleparanormal.com website. And I don't know if tickets are released or announced yet, but save it in your favorites and check on it on the daily. Okay. Because some of these locations like the McKay Mansion, there's a lot of very interesting history there.
Yep.
So if you're just a historian buff, that could be for you. If you are into it for the paranormal, that could be for you. So a lot of these places, not yet, but within a week. Okay. So next week, so favorite it, save it, and then wait for it.
Yeah.
It should
Just
be
there.
So we're going to be there as sponsors again, aren't we?
If they'll accept us, of course. Of course. Yeah. So, well, if we can, we would love to be there. So if you guys want to come see us, Marcy, we got to meet Marcy Lee. She has her own podcast, A Quest, if I remember correctly, which is a fantastic, and she is in Louisiana, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get right on that. I got to restart my OnlyFans account for that. Oh, side topic. We've been working dates for Cajun Con 25.
Ooh.
All right. Well, hit me up, brother. And we'll make that happen. Also, quick side note, Joshua Purvis has found a pup that is in need of a home in Georgia. Where are you? So where are you, Marcy? Aren't you you're not in Louisiana? Are you? Oh, no, you're in Texas. You're in Texas. But where? But so again, Josh has found a puppy that is in need of a home. So if you are in Georgia or you know anybody in Georgia, please reach out to Josh Purvis. Oh, she is in Louisiana. Okay, well, that's what I said. But that's where we met. That's where we met you, right? Miss Marcy was in Louisiana. And is your show? Oh, so your show is your show Quest? I thought it was Quest.
Misty
is Quest. Oh,
out of New Orleans.
Marcy, blast your stuff in there so we can post it.
Yep. And I'll reach out to you to get you to come on our podcast.
Yeah, we would love to have you.
So if you are interested in coming on as a guest, again, you'll never know what to expect from Mike, but we are lining up our guest. If you're interested in coming on, just
Oh, you are with Louisiana Spirits. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Louisiana Spirits, also give them a great follow. Another incredible con that we went to, and we got to see some really awesome places there. Unfortunately, we didn't do enough. We didn't really have a lot of filming, mostly because Phil was an asshole and didn't want to be a part of that one. But now he is, so hopefully we will.
Still an asshole.
Still an asshole, but next time we go, we will definitely get more filming in there, which would be great. But we did do some filming in Louisiana at Baton Rouge at one of the craziest locations, I think.
Secret location for right now.
I cannot divulge where, but it was one of the craziest places I think I have ever been.
And we can go back. I just have to reach back out again. So when we go through Louisiana, we can make it happen.
Yes, and Crystal says you can film more when you come next year, and you know we will be there, and it's going to be awesome. Oh, and Josh Purvis, he just said, "Man, y'all be in for a treat for the location of Cajun Con 25.
Looking forward to it.
Craw diddly dang," which will be awesome. So, anything else left to add as we come to we reach towards the end of our show? Anything you'd like to add that we haven't touched on?
I mean, there's just a ton to add. I mean, I think I could probably talk the entire show just about the history of the Comstock load in Virginia City. In short,
then you'll give away your interview.
That's true. That's true. Just in short, Virginia City was a city that was meant to rival San Francisco. And if you go to Virginia City right here, right now, today, they have the lanterns of yesterday. They've been changed from kerosene to electric. It's legitimately one of the most authentic places I think I've ever been in my life. I don't know what else to say.
It's really akin to Deadwood. It really reminds me of Deadwood, just a little less commercialized, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because in Deadwood, I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about Deadwood,
right?
Deadwood's absolutely
amazing.
Stunning.
Yeah.
But there are modern hotels and
there's a Starbucks. Right,
and,
exactly. That's all you need to know.
Stuff like that.
And I agree with Josh point blank. It was my first Soul Circle event, and it was a blessing to be there.
That's right. Yeah. It was.
Being a part of it was amazing.
Yep.
Like I said, the people from top to bottom were absolutely great. Meeting new faces, seeing faces that I haven't seen since Deadwood. You know who you are. It was great to see them, and like I said, to meet new people. These Paracons are absolutely the friendliest group of people you can come across. Everybody is accepting and loving and caring, and they just want to see the same thing you see, something interesting.
Yep.
It's true. Oh, I didn't know there's a bar there. That's amazing.
That's cool.
Wow.
So we did have someone ask earlier if we were going to have like blooper reels and stuff like that. So that's why I film kind of behind the scenes stuff. So when we're doing the outtakes and Phil running around with some of the camera doing other stuff while we're out there, we are going to have that. And I think we're talking about releasing some of those. So once we start doing that, just follow our page and at sidekicksparanormal.com, and we will have more updates. There will be a form on there if you want to get more news from us. I'll be adding the form this week. Just fill it out, and we will start sending you information as we get it.
Yeah, which is going to be great. And Tara, you are on. We're going to make that happen. Of course, it's hard because Miss Danielle was so awesome as a bartender. She was so great.
Yeah.
And she just
Even
has
though we're
like the
going
most
to
fun hair.
Piper's in July, obviously we're gonna come see you at the Washoe-Con.
Oh yeah. Louisiana Soul Circle VC, really like family is true. It's a guarantee you'll leave with new friends. It's
Absolutely.
true.
Yep.
And you might even leave with a spirit or two.
No, you won't. We tell them to stay there.
Hopefully
They're not
not.
allowed to come home.
Actually, that
Hopefully that won't happen. All right, folks, we'll go ahead and we're going to end our show right here. Thank you so much. We will be back next week for our next awesome show, and we will have a very special guest. We will announce said guest a little bit later in the week, I think. And from there, and KOP is not a bar you can drink at. Oh, I didn't know that.
She was just talking about the bar was put in the room downstairs.
Oh, it's still under construction. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. Go ahead and roll them credits, son.